Hey, welcome back to Cinema Shark, where we analyze pop culture and film. And today we're going to be talking about the 1969, I believe, classic Funeral Parade of Roses. And I want to talk about this film because it's a one that I've seen recently, and it was absolutely amazing. I really did enjoy this film, um, and it was inspired, or was the inspiration behind Stanley Kubrick's film A Clockwork Orange, and also the Greek tragedy Oedipus Rex, which is a film about a king who was prophesied to kill his father and sleep with his mother, committing incest. And this is just a phenomenal, phenomenal film. They call this the Japanese version or the Japanese take on Oedipus Rex. And so I thought it was really, really important for me to touch on this film, though a lot of people may not have seen it. I'm encouraging you all to go see the film before finishing this analysis because there's going to be some spoilers. If you already know, I'm not going to watch that film. I don't really have a lot of time to watch films, but I'm interested to see a good take on an analysis. Then go ahead and continue watching this video because I think it has some educational purposes that cover ideology. So hope you enjoy it. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about in this film is there's a very strong theme of masks, and they show in the scene of Eddie, who I believe is the main character, in this gallery sort of space. And in this gallery, in this sort of installation space, you can hear an audio that's being played that talks about the concept behind the pieces that we see on the wall. And it's about masks. And it says that people wear masks all their life. There are masks underneath masks. And you also understand that there are different uses for those masks, and that people wear these masks all their lives. All of these things that talk about the layers of identity. But some are almost like invisible masks, and they are not as noticeable. And so you see that there's a very clear emphasis in this scene on layers upon layers of identity. And I think it's amazing because we can also see how the characters themselves actually put on masks. They put on their makeup. And not only do many of the characters in the film wear makeup to conceal or transform their identity, but then you also have a lot of, particularly men in this film, who are either suppressed or sexually oppressed in such a way where they feel like they have to express themselves in private quarters, in dark scenes, which is why a lot of the scenes in this film are done in the darkness. It's strategically shot in black and white, so a lot of the films are even seen to be even more dark and more mysterious because it's all about concealing identity and concealing aspects of identity. I think the film is also a critique on industrialized societies in Japan. We see a lot of professional looking men in bourgeois settings, and they take part in drugs and homosexuality, things that the culture might not particularly care for if done in public or in the daytime. These are the things that the culture hasn't quite yet accepted, and it's particularly interesting for this time period. Japan might have been going through a sexual revolution of sorts, because what also is emphasized in this film is the idea that human beings of a so-called civilized society would be interested in re-exploring their sexuality, exploring their sexuality, re-exploring consciousness, and engaging and immersing themselves in psychedelics and drugs and ecstasy and things of that nature. So the film is also a very, very big perspective on that as well.